Hey Patriots fans, let's dive into the latest updates and break down what's really happening with the New England Patriots this season, because honestly, it's been a ride so far. The biggest story that's emerging is the performance of the offensive line. Coming into the season, expectations were tempered. Last year's struggles were hard to ignore, and there was a lot of uncertainty about whether this group could actually protect the quarterback and create running lanes consistently. But after the first 4 games, it's clear that this line is exceeding expectations in a way that's energizing the entire offense. Let's start with Will Campbell, who entered the league with a lot of skepticism surrounding him. People were questioning whether he could handle the pressures of being a starting left tackle. Last week, he had a rough outing against the Steelers, but in the game against the Panthers, he completely turned it around. Over 22 snaps, he allowed 0 sacks, 0 pressures, 0 quarterback hits, and 0 hurries. He earned a pass-blocking grade of 87.9%, and that's without any hyperbole. He was locking down his side of the line. The offensive line as a whole performed admirably, and Campbell's standout performance was a major reason why Drake may have the time to dissect the defense and make his reads cleanly. Ben Brown also deserves recognition. Stepping in for Jared Wilson, who was sidelined with an injury, Brown handled the pressure and kept the line stable. Garrett Bradbury had a slightly lower grade at 57.2, but even he contributed to the fact that the Patriots didn't allow a single sack in that game. Any pressure the quarterback experienced was mostly due to his own plays, which says a lot about the preparation and skill of the guys up front. Michael Wenu posted a grade of 78, and Morgan Moses put together what might be his best game yet with an 82.3. Collectively, the line is starting to feel like a cohesive unit instead of a liability, and that stability is translating directly to Drake May's comfort in the pocket. Speaking of May, his growth this season has been remarkable. When the offensive line is solid, he thrives. He has the time to go through every progression, make calculated decisions, and stay poised without feeling the need to scramble for his life. The contrast from the early weeks is stark. Initially, he was mostly throwing within the line of scrimmage, keeping things short, almost hesitant. But in the last game, his stats were phenomenal. 14 completions on 17 attempts, over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. His completion percentage across the season is hovering around 74%, with nearly 1,000 passing yards already through just 4 games. He has 7 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions, which is impressive considering the offseason emphasis on minimizing turnovers. His quarterback rating of 109.4 is not just good, it's elite territory, especially for someone only 4 games into the season. Comparisons aren't easy, but May's efficiency and decision-making are putting him in conversations alongside some of the greats. Over his last 3 games, he's completed 75% of his passes while throwing for multiple touchdowns. He's demonstrating consistency that, when paired with this offensive line, creates a dangerous combination for any defense. The Patriots' ability to execute is no longer hampered by mistakes up front. Instead, it's about making the most of opportunities, stretching the field, and giving receivers room to operate. That brings us to the receiving core, particularly Stefon Diggs. His integration into the Patriots' offense has been gradual, but in the game against the Panthers, he exploded onto the scene. 6 catches for over 100 yards, averaging nearly 17 yards per reception, showed that he's finally finding his rhythm. The coaching staff has been careful with his snap count. He played around 60% of the offensive snaps in that game, gradually increasing his involvement from earlier weeks. But it's clear that his presence is becoming a critical factor. Diggs isn't just a weapon, he's a game changer. His ability to create separation, read defenses, and find openings in coverage adds a whole new dimension to this offense. It's not just the physical connection, it's also the chemistry with Drake May. Every throw, from back shoulder completions to post corner routes, was timed perfectly, demonstrating a developing rhythm between quarterback and receiver. The more comfortable Diggs becomes with the system, the more dangerous the Patriots' passing game will be. He admitted post-game that he still feels only partially comfortable, rating himself 5 out of 10, but his growth is evident. Week by week, he's increasing his snaps, getting more involved and forcing defenses to account for him in multiple areas of the field. This combination of a strong offensive line and a growing rapport between May and Diggs is transforming the Patriots' offense. Time in the pocket, clean throws, and consistent yardage after the catch are becoming the norm rather than the exception. What once felt like a shaky, unpredictable attack now shows the makings of a balanced, explosive unit. The running game benefits, too, because defenders can't just swarm the quarterback without risking their coverage, creating better lanes for the backs to exploit. Offensive cohesion is only part of the story. The confidence it gives the team, particularly May, changes decision-making under pressure. With protection, he doesn't need to force throws, and he can orchestrate drives with patience and precision. This is reflected in his numbers, not just completion percentage, but the low turnover rate, the yards after catch, and the ability to consistently move the chains. It's a complete shift from the beginning of the season, and it's becoming clear that the Patriots' early struggles were partly a function of adjustment, not lack of talent. It's also worth noting how the offensive line's performance is setting the tone for the team overall. When the line dominates at the point of attack, it creates a ripple effect across every phase of the game. May's comfort allows him to exploit matchups. Receivers like Diggs gain confidence to run precise routes, and the running backs can hit holes decisively, knowing the line will hold its blocks. Discipline, timing, and execution become far easier to manage, which in turn impacts special teams, defensive strategy, and overall game flow. In short, the Patriots' offensive line isn't just protecting the quarterback. They're dictating the tempo, shaping the game plan, and providing the foundation for an offense that's capable of competing at the highest level. Will Campbell, Ben Brown, Garrett Bradbury, Michael Winu, Morgan Moses, they're all proving that the trenches matter more than ever. And when the trenches perform, everything else on offense starts to fall into place, creating opportunities for big plays, explosive drives, and consistent scoring chances. Now, shifting the focus to the receiving core, the emergence of Stefon Diggs has been one of the most exciting storylines for Patriots fans. Going into the season, there was a lot of speculation about how he would fit into the system and whether he could adapt quickly to the offense. The early games were a slow ramp-up, with limited snaps and a cautious integration, but the Panthers game proved that he is now fully coming into his own. 6 catches for over 100 yards at an average of nearly 17 yards per reception isn't just a solid performance, it's a statement. Diggs isn't just making plays. He's controlling the rhythm of the offense, drawing coverage, and opening up opportunities for other players. What's particularly impressive is how Diggs is adjusting to his role in the offense. Initially, the Patriots tried him out wide, but the results were mixed. Moving him into the slot allowed him to exploit mismatches against linebackers and smaller defensive backs, making him nearly impossible to contain. His snap count has gradually increased each week, reflecting both his growing comfort and the coaching staff's trust. In Week 4, he played roughly 60% of the offensive snaps, up from just 53% in Week 1. The trajectory is clear. Diggs is becoming a cornerstone of the offense, and his presence is creating a ripple effect across the field. Defenses have to respect him, which naturally opens up lanes for the running backs and creates more clean passing opportunities for Drake May. Speaking of May, the quarterback's chemistry with Diggs is developing rapidly. Every connection, whether the back shoulder throw, a post-corner route, or a precise delivery over the middle, has been executed with timing and accuracy. The trust between quarterback and receiver is growing, and it shows in the way May is able to read defenses confidently, knowing he has a reliable target. Diggs himself admitted that he still feels only partially comfortable in the offense, rating himself 5 out of 10, but his production tells a different story. The comfort level will continue to improve as the weeks progress, and that improvement is going to be crucial for the Patriots' ability to sustain drives and compete against top-tier defenses. The running game has also benefited significantly from the offensive line's resurgence and Diggs' impact on the passing game. With defenders forced to respect the vertical threats and stay disciplined in coverage, running backs are finding more consistent lanes to work with. The Patriots' backs have been able to hit holes decisively, and the timing between the line and the runners has created explosive opportunities. It's not just about speed. It's about vision, patience, and executing blocks that allow the offense to control the tempo of the game. The running game complements the passing attack, keeping defenses honest and creating balance, which is exactly what an effective offense needs to succeed week in and week out. Drake May's decision-making has become sharper as a result of this offensive balance. He no longer has to force throws under pressure or make risky plays out of necessity. Instead, he can methodically go through his progressions, read coverages, and deliver the ball accurately. This level of calm in the pocket is what separates good quarterbacks from great ones. May's stats reflect this improvement. High completion percentage, minimal turnovers, and consistent yardage per attempt. The quarterback rating of over 109 is a product of protection, preparation, and execution, and it underscores the importance of every element of the offense working in harmony. Looking ahead, the Patriots face crucial matchups that will test this offensive rhythm. Division rivals like the Buffalo Bills are going to present challenges on both sides of the ball. The offensive line will need to maintain its discipline against formidable pass rushers, while receivers like Diggs will have to continue finding ways to exploit coverage. Drake May will be tasked with reading complex defensive schemes and delivering the ball under pressure. It's a true test of how far this offense has come and how prepared it is to compete at the highest level. The key to success will be consistency. Week-to-week improvement is important, but maintaining high performance across multiple games is what defines a top-tier offense. The Patriots' offensive line, led by players like Will Campbell, Ben Brown, and Morgan Moses, has provided the foundation, but the growth of the passing game, particularly with Diggs, is what makes this team dangerous. When the offensive line holds, when the quarterback can operate without panic, and when receivers execute precise routes, the Patriots become unpredictable and difficult to defend. It's also worth noting the psychological aspect of these improvements. Confidence spreads across the team. When the offensive line dominates the trenches, the quarterback feels comfortable, receivers run routes with anticipation, and running backs trust that the lanes will be there. This confidence allows the team to execute plays with precision, reduce mistakes, and maintain composure under pressure. Football is as much mental as it is physical, and the Patriots are showing signs of maturity that can make a real difference in tight games. The gradual integration of Stefon Diggs, the consistent protection from the offensive line, and Drake May's improved efficiency have combined to create a potent offensive unit. Each player's performance amplifies the others, turning a unit that struggled last season into one capable of contending with elite defenses. The offense is no longer reacting to opponents. It's dictating the flow of the game, creating opportunities, and putting pressure on defenses to adjust. The Patriots are finally showing glimpses of the team they've been building toward, and the cohesion across the offensive line, quarterback, and receiving core is central to that progress. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The NFL rumor mill is buzzing with one of the most shocking whispers of the offseason. George Kittle, the star tight end who has been synonymous with San Francisco 49ers football, is reportedly on the move, and the destination is fans talking. Sources suggest that Kittle is set to join the New England Patriots, a move that could send ripples through the league and dramatically reshape the AFC East. While nothing has been officially confirmed, insiders hint that the Patriots are positioning Kittle as a key weapon for their young quarterback, Drake May. The thought of May having a talent like Kittle at his disposal has already ignited speculation about the potential transformation of New England's offense. Known for his fierce blocking and uncanny ability to make defenders miss, Kittle could provide May with a reliable target that elevates his game and adds a new dynamic to the Patriots' playbook. Fans and analysts alike are dissecting what this could mean for the 49ers. Losing Kittle would be a blow to a team that has leaned heavily on his versatility and leadership. Meanwhile, the Patriots' locker room would welcome a player with a reputation for intensity and passion, someone who thrives in big moments. Kittle's arrival could also spark debate about how New England might adjust their offensive schemes, potentially blending classic Patriot ingenuity with the raw athleticism Kittle brings. Of course, as with all rumors, caution is advised. Negotiations in the NFL are notoriously fluid, and until official announcements are made, speculation will continue to run rampant. But the idea of George Kittle suiting up in the Patriots navy and silver, lining up alongside Drake May, is already enough to get fans buzzing. Could this be the off-season shocker that redefines a franchise's trajectory? If the whispers hold any truth, the AFC East may be in for an unforgettable shakeup. As the NFL offseason unfolds, all eyes will be on New England, Kittle, and May. One thing is certain. Even the hint of this pairing has already sent the rumor mill into overdrive, and the league will be watching closely to see if this tantalizing possibility becomes reality. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.